Everyone has been waiting for you since. So I just made you the presenter now, so you can speak. Oh, you're welcome, Maria.
Hi everyone, good evening.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Can you please introduce yourself to the community first?
Sure, I will do that. Let me try to on my camera, introduce myself, and then
Okay.
when we start working, I would turn it off and then focus on Notion. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. It's coming. Hello everyone.
Hi.
Yeah, my name is Praiz. More known as PraizUX, and I am a UX designer. I'm a UX researcher, and sometimes a product designer.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I think a lot of people know me more for user research, and yeah, that's it. But I do both UX and UI and research and product design for that. So many times it's just context, yeah. But it's what it is. Um, I live in Lagos. I work in Lagos. I currently work for Interswitch and another company in the USA. And other times when I'm not working, yeah. So other times when Akim, please do not distract me. So other times when I'm not working for any of these, I'm probably maybe doing a research for Facebook in Nigeria or doing something else. Yeah, that's just it, basically.
Yeah, thank
But
you so much, Praise. It's great to have you here. So,
then
yeah,
you can
sure,
just go
that's
straight
that's
to
cool.
Notion. If I go ahead to share my screen now.
Yeah, cool.
All right. Yeah. So today I'm going to be talking about how you can create a portfolio in Notion. I'm going to bring this in. Today, this is what my current UX research. So I have two portfolios first of all. So when I want to show my skills really as a UX researcher, oh my God, I'm sorry. Akin, please confirm that everybody can see my screen before I go ahead.
Yes,
All right,
please, if
fine.
you can see the screen, kindly just comment hi in the comment section. Just say hi if you can see the screen.
Yeah, I can see the
Okay,
screen
cool.
also.
All
So,
right, yeah.
you can continue, please.
Okay, so like I was saying, I have two portfolios. Whenever I want to showcase my UX research skills, I simply submit this portfolio that shows my skills for UI. In fact, what I do for design is because I know design is hybrid. I would say I'm a product designer and a UX researcher, and I have this portfolio that is done in no their some persons have their bias about Notion, um want it anyway. It's what it is, and it's something you can use pending when you want to finally do that great portfolio you're looking forward to. And to be honest with you, this same portfolio that I've shown to you has given me like all the jobs I've gotten. I've not I've not sat down one day to
Exactly.
actually I've not sat down one day
Yeah.
to actually design um to have a proper, well-designed, high-flying UI portfolio. And it's because, to be honest, I do not have the time. And anytime I try to do it, I'm always overthinking as a designer. I want it to be 100%. So I remember I was saying to myself, like, when I'm ready to do it, I don't think I will design it myself. I'll give somebody to design it and just pass me the file. I will input all the text when necessary. So does it work? I would say that I'm a complete evidence that it works. In fact, for a current job that I did for someone in USA, the person said to me that I think this is the mail. Yeah. So the person said, we've taken a look at your portfolio. We came away impressed by the work you've done on Mux and Quick Teller. We also love the pragmatism you showed by writing up your portfolio in Notion. So this is me showing you that I've been using Notion as my portfolio, and yes, it's a proof that you can actually put out something in Notion and people will take you serious. I'm going to be very fast, but if I ever need to slow down, please let me know. We'll be creating 2 portfolios today. It will be very, very simple and interesting. This is what one of them looks like. So just says my portfolio, some select of the podcast case studies look to and let's stop. The second one we'll be doing will look like this. No, sorry. Should look like this. Yeah. It's so this is just the same thing and all of that. So the usual thing, open notion.so. Let me try to do that on the incognito tab that I have rather. Notion dot. I feel like everybody should know this one. But then you open it. I've been using why I need to pay. And even if you need to pay, it's about $5, but man, it's still money in Nigeria anyway. But then you can log in, create your account or sign up. But let's go back to what we have to do today. Nap, 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 nap. I'm going to start on a new Notion page, and we'll only look at this for reference, just to show that we know what we're doing. So what I'm going to do is
that's cool.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is to come to private. I can come to Workspace tab and copy the link to this one. And then let's start working on a blank page. Why you open Notion at reading the blank page. So let me know if I need to change location as well. Okay. Akim, is that a yes? That I can go ahead?
Yes, you can.
All right, good. So starting with this page, first thing, let's give it a title. So say I'm creating a portfolio for Lagbaja. I like using Lagbaja many times. So let's just call it Lagbaja portfolio. Or you can say, welcome to my portfolio, whatever you want to do.
They love this Lagbaja a lot.
Yeah, I love Lagbaja a lot. I say, welcome to my... So there's this thing again, the designer in me will be like, welcome to my portfolio, is looking too long. This welcome
exactly.
late. So I'll be like, okay, Lagbaja's portfolio. For me, okay, let's leave it for now. I'll still think of something, but let's leave it like that. The next thing I want to do to give life to it is add a cover. And the Notion will actually give me a default cover, and I have the ability to change the cover. So I click on change the cover. If you have anything, you can change to any of these colors here or any of these default things they have here. If you have anything on your system and you want to upload, you can choose to upload. If you have a link to an image somewhere, you can use that. But I always use on Splash, to be fair. So I'll just come into a Splash and type, I can just type XD. And I found this XD image. All I'm going to do is click on it and wait for it to upload. Yeah, that's it. Another thing I can do is to reposition this. So I can drag to reposition. But I want XD to be at the center of this so that anybody know coming to this portfolio will know that okay, this person can use XD or knows what XD is about. Another thing I may do if this was going to be my portfolio was go on Figma and just like do a very brief design showcasing all the design tools. So like I can have the logo of XD, Figma, Sketch, Infusion, Framework, Principle, and everything. Yeah, the next thing I'm going to do is add an icon. So the icon also always come handy for your fav icon. Fav icon are these little things here on if you look at my tabs or your tab as well. That just shows more about your. That's the best way I can explain it. But that's that's the role of the icon here. If you click on this, you can change it to anything that you want. These are just your regular emoji. I can change it to anything that I want. But that's that. So let's get
I think
to
that looks like five icon, right?
yeah, that's what I said, yeah.
Cool.
Okay. The next thing you would want to do is probably write a little. Now you want to introduce yourself and write a little about you. I don't want to write anything from my head, so we can just copy from this guy here. Yeah. So this guy says, I love building products for emerging markets. Actually, that's me. I can come in here and just decide to type and command and paste. I love building products for emerging markets. If you notice what I've done here, I've decided to come in with a divider just to give it space, white space, like some persons would say. And so what I need to do is to come to this point, press my enter key. You can see where it says type slash for commands. So I can go ahead to type slash for commands. I'm going to scroll through and look for the divider. Divider is right here, and I'll click on that. So I've been able to give it some kind of space between Lagbaja's portfolio and this. The next thing I'm going to write. So I love building products for emerging markets. It's more like a tagline that you want anybody to see immediately. So you can maybe change it to I'm able to bring designs to life using my great coding skills. You can change it to any simple tagline that you want anybody to see. So let me change it to one of my favorite anyway. It starts with research and then with research. You can just change it to anything that you want someone to remember. The next thing we want to do is to say, okay, hey, this is my home page. I have something to say about myself. So I'm just going to copy this and show you how to create this. So the next thing I want to do is to write a little write-up to introduce myself. So I'm still going again with two options. I can go with the slash and scroll to pick out call out. I like calling it a block, but you can pardon me. And when I do that, I'm going to command V because I've written something there. Another way I can do this is for like here I've said you can check my resume, you can check my photo gallery, you can even say check anything you want to check at this point. Now I have just a plain text on the background, but I'm going to add that call out session. So what I'm going to do is click on this small icon or the move icon, like you said, and go to turn into. So I'm going to turn this text on the background into a call out section. And so this is going to be a call out. Now that I've done it, you can see the call out thing there. It simply like gives it elevates it from the background, sort of gives it a contrast between the background and the main text itself. You can see the color here as well. I can decide to change this slight orange looking color that we have here. And so all I'm going to do is to click on this. It's going to be highlighted, right click and go to color. When I go to color, the first press to the text color, but rather I'm going for background color. So I'm going to scroll down to background color and change to now the color of the blob has changed. We're done with our brief introduction. It's now time to get into business where we want to show something like this. We want to show things like our projects. These are our case studies. So you could have something here and say case studies. Now, we have the only way we can show this now. We can show this using images or gallery. And like you always see, type slash for command. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to type slash for a command, and scroll down to gallery. Now there are two galleries here. There's gallery inline and gallery full page. What we're going to be using would be gallery inline, I'm sure. Let me just confirm. Yeah, it's going to be gallery inline. I can decide to change this, delete this, and show you what gallery full page will look like. It's not going to give us the effect or the final outcome we want. So that's why we stick with gallery inline. So gallery full page is just going to look like this. It's going to be a full page inside that portfolio showing different things, and that's not what we want. We want this gallery as the gallery inline is just looking like when you are on, if you do code, if you know CSS rather, you always know about inline text or something. So that's what it looks like, but that's not what we want. So we're taking away full page and we're going with our gallery inline. So slash and gallery inline, so it remains on this page. I'm going to take out these case studies I've written here and give a title to this gallery inline. I'm going to call it case studies. The next thing we want to do is to start naming all of these individual pages. Don't worry about add a view, don't worry about search, don't worry about all of this. This is just our own view. Anybody who's going to be viewing it outside of here cannot see all of these things. But this is necessary for us to build. The next thing we want to do is start working on all of these pages. So you can see page 1, page 2, page 3. I'm going to go ahead to open the page 1. You can open as a full page, which is what I like doing. So I'm opening as a full page. And just like we named the first one, we'll name this one, what do we name it? So let's name it Spotify app. We're also going to go ahead to give a cover. The crazy thing about Notion is like it has this kind of tooltip. I'll call it tooltip in design. So when you hover around something, you know what to do. You are not left with thinking of, oh, what's the next thing to do. So I'm going to click on add cover. Remember, Notion is going to give us our default add cover. I'm waiting for that to load up. Let's see. Yeah, it's coming up. It has given it to us. That's not what I want. I'm going to change the cover and get something from Unsplash. Let me just type Spotify. I'm sure I should get a great image. Yeah, maybe I should go with the first one. It's not so great, but no time. Let's leave it like this. Yeah, it's showing Spotify a little bit. Let's leave it like this. For me, I always take time to change all of these things, but it's not like a priority right now. Remember, we have to either add an icon. Click on this icon. Because it's Spotify, I'm going to search for music and get something. So, okay, let's have this one. Yeah. Now, at this part, I would need us to pay like full attention here. It depends on you if you want to show. This part is more about showing a little bit of information. So you know how people would want to know what tools did you use to work on this project? What skills did you use on this project? When was this done? How long did it take you and all of that? This is the part where you can display all of it. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. If we go to the sample we have here, you can see that the owner is there, the tools that was used is there, the skills that was used for this project is there. So you can add as many things as you want. But now there's a demo for you here, and I'm just going to work with it. So instead of showing created, I really don't need to show. If you want to show the date you did the work, it's fine. So we can name this probably timeline. And for this one, we then need to decide how do we want to display this? Do we want to display this as a date? And then we now have to pick the date that, okay, we worked on this project. So I worked on it 8th of February. I don't think the align, yeah, so 8th of February, it's there, 8th of February 2021. But for me, I've never thought of sharing my timeline this way, but I'm going to leave it like this for this. I'm going to change this to, so let's, you have text, you have number, and like what I like about Notion is they'll tell you what you are trying to do, what it looks like on this page. So you can see what it looks like when I over it. So you have select. If you choose select, you can only display one thing. What you want to go for is multi-select. If you want to go for a date like I did, you can go ahead. If you want to show a person, so you are probably not the only person that worked on this case study, and you want to show everybody that worked on it, that's fine. It's the same thing all through with everything here. But I would go for multi-select because I want to show all the tools I used to work on this project. So I'm clicking on multi-select. Now it's time for me to start typing. I don't have any tools saved, so this is the first time, so I'm going to create one. So we'll go with Figma first. So Figma created, let me think of Miro. To say I'm using Miro for my user flow, or I'm using Koggle for information architecture. If I use pen and I don't know if I use paper or pencil to write that, anything that you use in Vision, Sketch, you can just put all of that there and you would see everything would apply here. You can also delete as well if you want to delete. So everything is just there. The next thing I like to display is what skills did I use on this project. So if I did research, I'm going to come in to say user research. If I did UI design, if I did some data analytics while working on this, if I even want to go granular on my research, I can type, okay, what I did was fully qualitative research, or what I did was granular research, just like that. You can select all of this. If I did product design, you can just display all of this here. Yeah. Now the beauty about this is that, okay, let me just go ahead with the project, and I'll show you the beauty of this. The next thing I want to do is to break. I'm going to delete these samples they've given to us. So delete and delete. Now the next thing I want to do is to start talking about the project. The first thing I like doing is putting an image. I don't know if I have. Let me try to see if there's an image I can get from my system. Yeah. So I'm going to upload an image from my system and see what I can upload. What is this? Maybe I should upload this thing. Yeah. So typically the kind of image I would like to upload would be an image talking about what the project is. And so for now, I've just decided to upload this image, and it's more like an icebreaker for anybody. You don't want, this is Notion. Remember that it's not so, it doesn't have all the aesthetic. So we have to be able to balance everything visually. So looking at what we want to, we didn't have this. So I want to make sure that I'm copying exactly what we have. So I'm vomiting the design. Permit me to say that. Okay, we don't have it here. Okay, yes, so let's work with this. Yeah. So I'm going to have an introduction, my image, and all of that. Let me copy this so I don't need to type. So introduction. This is going to be a text and copy. I'm going to delete this. Now, we have the ability to change the text to wherever we like. So we can change it to an H1. You can decide to change it to H2, H3, whatever you want to do. I can decide to change the color of this text to, let me call it purple, and it's there and all of that. The same thing happens to this. I can drag and drop around this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag introduction to the top and let the image come down. So this is what I've done now. Hold on. Let me be sure that it works. Yeah. So I've dragged introduction to the top. The image is coming down. I will drag this one as well to the top and make the image come down. Yeah. So this introduction is basically going to be talking about this project. So introduction, up until recently, the tools, Spotify, blah, 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 blah. So you have given an introduction to your case study. And so you're having an image here to show what you're introducing. I'm going to tell you the reason why having this image is important. The next thing we want to do is, like I said, when you're writing your case study, there's no, oh, this is the way it should be. What I've just done is just like, it's just an hybrid of what I expect to see on your portfolio. So you may want to talk about the user problems, and so you just go ahead and begin to put it here. So talk about the user problems. Sometimes if I want this to stay, if I want to highlight this or call it out, I would decide to make it a call out, and then you can see it instead of it being appearing flat on Notion, it's looking like this. If I have an image to put in here, I'm going to put in here. The next thing is solution. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably take us through one of my portfolios so you see the difference. So I'm going to come in here. Since I'm copying and pasting, I'm just going to put in the solution.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So it saves time. I want us to be able to go through the other ones that I've shown. You're able to change the color. You're able to do anything. So yeah, you're fully able to utilize this bar, or you come through here and do whatever you need to do. So I'm just going to copy and paste the. Okay, what's important is to show how to embed Figma. I'm going to do that as well. Yeah, copy up to this point. And so let's assume now we want to embed our Figma file or want to embed InVision or anything. Remember our command, our slash rather, scroll through. Here you can embed an image, a bookmark, you can embed a video from YouTube, from email anywhere, audio, code, file, a Google Drive, a tweet. I particularly like the way it embeds tweets. So you can embed a tweet. I would not do that one. Let's just go straight to Figma. InVision is here, Framer is here, Whimsical is here, Miro is here, PDF, Loom, Typeform. I mean, it's really extensive. So let's just go to Figma. And all I need to do is to, all I need to do is to paste the Figma link. I already have one opened here, so I'm just going to copy the link and paste here. Now we're waiting for it to load up on Figma. Yeah, so this is it on Figma. The beauty about it is that this Figma file I've uploaded here is fully prototyped, so I can play with the prototypes right inside here, and you will see everything coming through. I can open each of these.
Absolutely.
Another thing you can do, because remember this is very, very short. If you come here, you can expand it. Sorry, yeah, you can expand it. So this is me fully playing with Figma here, and all your Figma functionality will work. So I just pressed on R to restart. So this is a Figma file embedded into Notion. If I decide to play with this, the prototypes are coming up, view more stories, everything is coming through. Who share your story, everything is coming through. No time. Yeah, but that's the beauty. You have your Figma prototype fully embedded here. What next can you do? Anything, whatever you want to do. Please, it's always important, from my experience anyway. I've been interviewing for like 3 or 4 years. It's always important to have this reflection or lessons of what I've learned. What I've even discovered is that any developer in Nigeria yet, portfolio, they would go ahead to say, oh, this was the lesson code this way. It just shows that everybody wants somebody they can give feedback to, and someone that can accept feedback as well. So it also shows that, oh, I was thinking and this is something I could have done better. So always try to possibly end with reflections or lessons or what you've learned. You can even tell me challenges. Yeah, that's going to be it. So right now we have our case study fully built out. We're going back to our main page, which everybody sees. And right now, if you look at our main page, the only thing you can see is this image that we uploaded before and the name Spotify. Now we are going to go ahead to display. I want us to display the tools and the skills that we have. So even without somebody opening this page, they can see those terminologies, and when they see those terminologies, it would actually attract them to say, oh, this person knows what they are doing. So what we need to do is to come here. I need to be sure, yeah. So remember I told you that I should not worry about these things. We need it for the builder. So right after search, you have this expand button. That's not what we want. We're coming to this small button. Click on it, and then you can now see properties. If you click on properties, it's now going to ask, this is the properties for this card that we have displayed. What do we want to look like? Do we want the skills to become visible? Just watch while I do it. When I use the toggle button, you will see that it becomes visible. So skills has come up, tools as well as come up. I can decide to change the size of this card to large, and it expands. Another thing that we can as well do is, see this image that we have here was the image that I embedded. It's possible to have, instead of this image, we can have the cover image being displayed. And so the cover image that we downloaded that we got from Unsplash is now what is being displayed here. So it's a preference thing. You choose what you want to be displayed right here. For me, right now, I'm even thinking I love the cover image versus this one here. But whatever you do, make sure that the image you have displayed here is able to catch attention. We want people to want to open up this. So go back here, click on properties, and play around with these things here. So if I change it to page content, the other image shows. If I like the cover image, I'm just into cover image. If you turn this off, turn this off, turn this off, nothing shows. It's just going to be an image like this. But if you turn it on, the name of the project is showing, the skill set that you had or you used for this project is showing, the tools you have as well is showing. I'm just going to duplicate this project across board so that we do not waste
That's really
time.
great, Praise. I would like to know if everyone is following the class. Please,
Yeah.
if you are following and enjoying the session, please drop hey in the comment section. Thank you. So you can continue,
All
Praise.
right. So to duplicate, I'm just going to, if you over or around this card, you see reposition, and click on the more icon beside reposition and just say duplicate. I'll duplicate all through, so we can move to the next thing. Duplicate, and for me, I like showing at least a minimum of 4. I try as much as possible not to go like up to 8, but I think I have average of 4 to 6. I can decide to move these things around, like move them around. So maybe I want case study 1 to come to 4 and all of that. You can move it around. Now, back to our home page, we need to complete this. We want to design this part that says, let's work together. So we're coming back here, / and we're going to use a call out for this. Now for this call out, let me just copy and paste what we have here. I am a freelancer. My God. Yeah. So I'm a freelancer designer, blah, blah, blah. I've pasted it there. You have the ability to change the icon inside this favor icon as well. So say I'm going to change it to fire. Yeah, that's fine. You can change it to anything. You have the freedom to play. I'm going to write let's work together and drag it up. Yours might not be let's work together. It may be reach out to me, or it may be I'm open to work. Let me use I'm open to work. Whatever inspires you, honestly, just go with it. Okay, I'm open to work. I wanted to write that in first character, capital. I'm going to drag and drop this here. Turn this into H1, yeah. And maybe change the color if you wish. whatever you want to do, you are free to do that. And so I have this block session. I can keep on typing and it will be expanded. Now, this is another part where I want us to pay attention as well. It can be tricky, but you will need this particularly in your Notion. This resume part, LinkedIn, GitHub, and Twitter. This is how to do it. Your slash again, go back to call outs, and you have it here. So I'm just going to type LinkedIn. I'm going to do like 4 call outs. I would go back again, do a call out. We can type Twitter. Can go back again, do another call out. I can duplicate the call out I had before and type maybe GitHub. And I can duplicate here and maybe type maybe Dribble. Now we have 4 of them like this. We want all of them to be side by side instead of on top of each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag. Right now, if you go to the our Twitter and you hover around it, we see this drag to move. I'm dragging this. Sorry. Yeah. So I'm going to drag this. You can see that I'm dragging already. I'm not holding any key. I'm just dragging. And I come to the edge of LinkedIn. You can see this little highlight, and I'm going to release it at that point. And so now we have it side by side. I will do the same thing for GitHub and Dribble as well. I would click on this, drag, move around. You can do anything you want to do with it, but come to the edge of Twitter, and once I see this little highlight, I'm able to release it. I'll do the same thing for Dribble as well. Drag and be ready to release it. Now, I want this to be clickable links that would link to my LinkedIn or wherever, and so I can click on this, make it a link, type in my LinkedIn profile, linkedin.com. Anybody that clicks this would be able to go to my LinkedIn. Now with LinkedIn, I feel it's still not called out. I'm going ahead to highlight this, make it bold, possibly change the color if I wish to, and now I feel it's called out. Now I need to change this to LinkedIn icon so that people know exactly that this is LinkedIn. So even if you did not see it, you can see LinkedIn. I'll click on this. I'm very sure there's no emoji for LinkedIn. So since there's no emoji for LinkedIn, I'm going to upload an image. So I'm going to my computer, choose an image. I should have LinkedIn somewhere. Yeah. A simple Google search and you do that. And I'm going to open. It's loading right now. Yeah, and LinkedIn is going to show up shortly. So how did I get the icon? I think I just went to type LinkedIn icon or something. Yeah, LinkedIn icon or something. So you can get it from Flat Icon or wherever you get your icons from, or you can get the PNG itself. So that was what I did. If I'm getting the same thing for Twitter as well, I will upload an image, choose, and go to my computer. I'm not sure if I have any image for Twitter. Okay, this is a Twitter SVG. Let's see if it's going to work. Yeah, it's coming up, and that's for Twitter. If I go ahead to do GitHub, I'm not sure if I have GitHub. I should, sure. GitHub rather. Yeah, I do. So let's use this. And while that is working, I should have Dribble. I should represent the community. It's Dribble. Yeah, I have Dribble. Yeah, so now we have all of these. Simply go ahead. What's the link to your Twitter? www.twitter.com. You can go ahead to make it bold, change the color so it's called out and all of that. So finally, we have a portfolio. I can now let's view this portfolio. What I'm going to do is I'm going to view this as I'm going to view this on incognito. But before I go ahead to view, okay, let's view with incognito before I show you what you need to do. Akim, can you please confirm that you can hear me?
Here, I can hear you. Yeah.
All right, all right. So I'm going to incognito and I would show you what we just designed. Sorry. Oh, I see. So what I've done now, it's currently not available to the public. So if I do not, anybody you are sharing this link with, if they do not have Notion, they will not be able to view it. So it's good this happened. And so I'm going to show you how we can fix this up. When you come here, you can see share, you can see update, you can see favorite. When you come here, you click on this and then let me be sure that this is where it is. Okay, yeah, this is not where it should be anyway, but let's come to this place. So this is where it is. You can see that if you look towards here, it's under private. I want to ensure that it's available to anybody or the public can view it. So this is what I'm going to do. One thing with Notion is that Notion would help you categorize everything that you have. So right now, these are all the private pages that are only available to me. And these are the workspaces I'm a part of. But now to make it public, I'm going to click on share, and they would ask me if I want to share to the web. That's publish and share link with anyone, which is what I want. And I'm going to do that. So now if I copy this link, so let's do that. Then I'll come back to show us more things here. Yeah, so our page is live now. It's available to the public. It's live. Anybody can view this page. Your recruiter can view this page. Now, what you've noticed is that there's duplicate here. Since it's live, anybody can view it. Anybody can as well duplicate your project, duplicate any page that they like on this project. And if you so wish that they duplicate it, like this one, anybody can duplicate it because it's a sample. You are free to leave it there. But if you don't want it duplicated, we are going to come back to our settings to correct that. And so we'll come back here to share and say that, so let me do that again. So when you click on share, right behind here, right below it, you will see show link options. When you click on this, if you want people to edit, fine, you allow editing. If you want comments, allow. If you want duplicate, you can see that it's currently allowed, but now that we don't want it, we're turning it off. So nobody can duplicate our portfolio. So if we go back to check, and I'm going to refresh, you will see that duplicate is out of it. So nothing can happen here. Another thing I want to show you is the size. So now if you look at it, it's just fixed here. It's possible for you to have it as full page, but what I've discovered that full page is not responsive. And let me show you what I mean. You can come to this more icon just beside favorite, and if you click on full width, your page expands. I don't know if you notice the interaction. It expands and it becomes full width. Now I'm going to go back to that page and you would see what it looks like. All right, sorry. I'm going to refresh. And then this is what it looks like if it becomes full width. So the problem with full width, it's like it takes everything. So it's going to become the full width of the size, the screen size of anybody who is viewing. So if you are using an iMac or you are using a monitor of maybe 42 inches, it's going to adjust itself to that width. So just because you don't know what screen size anybody is using, it's best that you leave it the way it is so that it's just fixed. So the width is fixed, and then it would look normal on any screen size. So right now it's completely fixed. Nothing is going to change it, and your pages are like going to be exactly the same way.
That's quite awesome.
Yeah.
Praise, you know what I want to do now? I want you to allow comments and send it to the comment section. I want the participant to comment on that so they
Okay.
can see it live. What?
So where do you want them to make the comments?
Yeah, just anywhere.
So do you want me to allow comments on this page?
Yes, yes,
All
exactly.
right. All right. Okay. So I'm going to surely continue. Yeah. So I've allowed comments. Let me paste the link. Yeah.
Yeah, please everyone, let's try to comment on the page and let's see what's up.
So yeah, while we're trying to comment on the page, another thing we can do here is we can lock this place, and that's why it's called database lock. So if I lock this, you would not be able to do anything here. And I can also lock the entire page here. If I lock it, nobody will be able to do anything. But since we're trying to comment, I'm going to unlock so that to do something, try to yeah, unlock. Okay, I think I'm seeing comments already.
Yeah, cool. So that's really what I want it to have in mind. See it live.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see comments already.
Yeah. Yeah. So I hope you guys can see that now. So it's not Juro or what do I call it? So it's live now. So thank you so much, Praiz. That's really great. So you can continue now.
Okay, yeah. So remember to lock your page. It's very necessary. It's like you're protecting it. So you click on lock. Nobody can do anything. You come here as well, and database lock. To unlock this one, you just come to this part and unlock. So you can see lock, relock and lock, relock and lock, just like that. I'm just going to try to run over the next one. It'll be pretty simple. I think it's kind of easier, but a little bit complicated. Let me show you what it looks like.
Hello, Praiz. Sorry, please, before you move to the next one,
It is public.
Hello, am I audible enough?
Another one, the same way. That it's like the entire project is a standalone. You can see number one, podcast app, read the case study here. So this is like your button. Number two, payment app, read the case study here. Number three, natural water, just like that. So nothing is going to change. It's only going to be the way we've outlined this. So I'm going to quickly go through this one. And if there are questions, please drop the questions for me so I can quickly answer them. I will change this to this so we have a lookalike, and I will create a new workspace, starting from scratch as usual. My design portfolio. Add a cover, add an icon. I don't like this icon. Change icon to this. Change the cover. Let me get something that says Figma. No time, no time. Let's put that one. Yeah. I can decide to call this one out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this one a blob and to turn it to a call out section. I will change the color of the blob. Like I said, go to color, scroll
Hi,
down.
Praiz.
Yeah, can you hear me?
You got a quick question. The question
All
is,
right.
can you please go over how you were able to get a preview of the projects in the main page?
The prefill of the project. Wait, let me be sure that I understand that. That's this project, right?
Olaloa, is that it? Yeah.
So how was I able to fill all of these details? Is that what the person is asking?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so for tools, let me come back to the project. We just worked on one now. Okay, Lagbaja's portfolio. So I'm going to click on it. I have to unlock it. Remember, I logged it. So I'm unlocking it, and I'm going to click on it. Open as a page. For and type frame. And frame out together. For skills, I can delete whatever I want and maybe put HTML, put CSS, just like that. That was all I did. And when I came to this part, all I needed to do was to write. So let me go to somewhere below here. So say I'm writing, I'm going to type introduction. Yeah, introduction. What do we type? Introduction, maybe things here. What I'm going to do is sorry, let me delete that. Type this. I to an header. You can also highlight it, change the color. And this motivation to be on, I'm going to make it a call out section, and I'm going. So basically that's how I did everything on this page. So it's just writing, playing with your H1 and H2, and playing with the call out section.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So view our projects below, or rather view my project below. I'm going to come in with a divider at this point. So slash and divider is here. Next thing I'm saying is drop it down a little bit and say view my project below. If the person is going to watch me again, you see that I'm doing the same thing. I'm highlighting on this and I'm going to turn it into an H2. I'm going to turn it into an H2, come down, type again as a normal text, but this time I want this to appear as a quote. So click on text and go to quote. Quote is right here, and so this is it here. I can change the content of
Hi, Praiz. Hello.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
All right, and can you see my screen?
Okay, cool.
So I think I need to go over this part again. I was showing how to make a quote. So I'm going to, this is a normal text, and Command V, I've placed a text here, but I don't want it to look like a quote. So I can highlight on this, click on text, and scroll down to quotes. That's one way to do it. I'm undoing that. Another way I can do it is come over around this. You will see this icon here. Click on it. Go to turn into and turn it into a quote. I can decide to turn this quote right here into, make it an italics, change the color of the quote, stripe through it, make it an underline, make it bold. I can basically do anything I want to do at this point. All is just to give it a visual balance. That's exactly what we want to do. And it's nothing different from what I've done here. I'm going to start naming the projects now. So the first project is, let me name it, what can I name it now? Okay, I'm saying something here. I do mobile, just a name that I'm just giving to it. I am going to make this an H3, I think, no, H2 will be better. So turn it into an H2. I would give this a number. Yeah. And next thing I want to do is to add an image. So I'm going to scroll through to image. This is image. I can upload an image from Unsplash, but I'm rather going to go with an image from my laptop. Let me see what. Maybe I can go with this spot. While the image is loading up, I will text that we have here. Image here, and it just looks like one plain page, but don't bother, don't be scared, we're coming to it. We're going to type our text about this app that we just talked about, and so this is it. Now, if you remember when I talked about how to do this, we're going to use the same skills right here. I'm going to drag this image, this text just beside this image. So you come here, click on this drag. You don't need any buttons. Use your mouse or your trackpad. Make sure that you have this highlighted straight line showing, and release it. I will do the same thing for the next image. I have it showing and I'm releasing it. The next thing I want to do, my button, yes, I'm going to give. So I'm going to come here, create a block like we did in the past. To create a block, you can use your slash button and scroll through. And that's a call out. Permit me, I call it a block sometimes. So this is a call out, and I'm going to type view case study here. Or let me type read case study instead of read case study. Read case study. I want this to be very visible, so I'm going to make it bold. I think I should possibly change the color to blue. I may decide to underline it as well to make it look like it's a link, but it's not a link. Another thing I'm going to do is I'll change this icon to this finger emoji showing where to point to. Okay, I'm going to go to this part. So drag is well balanced. Eagle mobile app, a little content about Eagle mobile app, and a button here. I wish, is it possible for me to give somebody access to do this, to do the next one? What did you say?
So that, no, that's cool.
Oh, it's not possible to do that. So I'll go to the next one. I've called it health app. Same way, I'm going to highlight this, change it to an H2, and impute the image that I want. So click on slash upload image. I'll pick any image that I have. You want to put an image that is related to what you're working on. Look for a similar image. I can use this one and see what open. Yeah. And while that is loading up, I'm placing. Now we have our image. I am going to drag and drop my text, just it, drop it right beside it, and go ahead to create this block. So for creating my block, write slash, scroll down to call out, and type read case study. Like it's a link, and want people to click on it and make it. I think I should. And the next thing I'm going to do is to drag it and drop it here. And so we have case study 1, case study 2. I'll do the same thing for a third one. Let's call it Figma Web. Figma, let's call it Figma SaaS. This kind of SaaS, yeah. I highlight it, change it to H2. Command slash rather, scroll down to image. I would pick any image from my laptop. Yeah. I think I'm thinking too far. There's an image here. I can pick this image on my laptop. While that is uploading, come here, drop my copy, drag it to the end, drop it there. As many that you want to drag it, drop it there. Create your block or your call out rather, and type read case study. As always, you want them to read on the line and change color. Good. And you can as well drag and drop. Yeah. So we've designed, we have 1, 2, 3. This is just another way to do it. And then we can go ahead to do the connect with me and all of that. But I think I want to be able to maximize time. Another thing I can do, which I noticed I did, was to use a divider just above it. Yeah. So it looks more, anything you are doing here, please just try to make a visual balance. So struggle to have that, make sure that you have that visual balance on it. Yeah. So I think why people may like you on Notion would be like, if you have all of these restrictions to design something on Notion and you can go this deep, that means you actually know what you are doing when it comes to design. So another thing I'm going to show you is when you click on, now we've only placed all of this read case study, and it's not clickable, it's not a link. We've only designed it to make it look like it's a link. Now, this is the complicated part. We're going to go back here and create a page. So watch what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to create a page. Click on this and name the page. I forgot what was the name of that app. I think it was podcast app. Yeah, podcast app. Put our cover as usual. Put our icon as usual. We would assume that this page is completely done. Now what we're going to do is to copy the link of this page. What you are going to do next is make this page public so anybody can view this page. So copy the link and copy the link. I don't want anybody to duplicate, so I'm closing it. And I will come back to what we started doing, which is our design page. Come to read case study, click on it. Now you can see the link of, I'm coming.
That's okay.
Yeah, I want to make sure that it is bold. Okay, yeah, it's bold. You've placed in the link. Anybody who hovers around this would now see that, oh, this is a link and they can click on it. Versus this one, we just created a false link here. It doesn't show that it's a link. If you hover around it, there's nothing to show that it's a link. If we click on this, it's opening up what we have already. So that's how to do this particular one. This particular one looks complicated, but I think it's more visual appealing. Yeah. So if I do the same thing here, let me create another page. So there's this page I have created already. Page is created. I don't know. I think someone created this page. I don't know how this page came about. Actually, maybe you created the page or someone. To be honest, I don't know about this page. Copy the link of this page. Come back to our design portfolio and link it here. And so you have the page there already for you. Anybody who clicks on it can read the case study of the page. Yeah, that's it. So that's how to design this style for this one. Another thing I would want to say is, so I'm going to stop in the next 3 minutes. I want to show some things on my own and somebody's page as well. I will stop in the next 3 minutes so that people can ask questions and I can answer. So this is what I want to show you. So I was helping someone do his own as well, and I simply just laid the foundation for him, and it was interesting to see the direction he went through. He has put in his name, he has put in a little bit about him. You can see him use divider. He has fed a little bit about him. If you want a visual summary, he has created a UI gallery. He has created a curious to know more about him. He has gone ahead to put the clients he has worked with. Another interesting thing I liked that he did was he went ahead to put them testimonials to say, oh, see what people think about me. All of this on Notion. And then he has gone ahead to now put in study. And so you can see all of its case study here. So this is what I was going to talk about. When you're uploading images on, yeah, I think he did it because I gave that correction. Yeah, so let me use this one. I'll see if I have same. So whenever you're uploading images on Notion, try to export with shadow. So you can make it transparent, but export it with shadow. So it can, what I mean is that you don't need to have any background behind it, but make sure that you have that shadow and then export. So if you look at this user persona he has here, you would notice that there's a shadow there. So what the shadow does is like it elevates it rather than having your image just slipping on the background of Notion. It's giving that kind of balance. I don't know if you get my point, but you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. Make it more
balance as well. Even for this one, even though when you work on it or on it, take off the background that you have, stay on shadow. Let me see if I can show any from my own that has I think one of these should have shadows. Yeah, so for this image that is this mockup you are seeing here that's on my own, there's a very, very subtle shadow that you cannot see. You need to be very, very good with your shadows, and it's completely, there's no background, it's transparent. This I think there's a white background, but I made use of shadow. So that's that's that. I don't think I'm forgetting any other thing that I'm supposed to talk about. Okay, so I was also going to show you all can me I have like so many projects, and even if I had said, okay, I'm just giving you all of this to read on, it might be quite difficult. I have about 8 here. So I had this page where if you click on projects, still on Notion, I've gone ahead to list all of the projects that I've worked
More.
on, and not just listing them. Another thing I've done is, so this project, this is an highlight about the project. This is the methodology I used while working on the
That's
project.
really, that's really well detailed.
This is the responsibility I had, well, this was my role. This was the year, this is the URL where you can go and see if this project is live or if it's true, and this was supposed to be for the tools. So for me, I've not even finished working on this. So you can see the tools here. I've not finished working on this, but because it's so much and so like the projects are like so much, so detailed, I've not finished working on it. So that's another way to kind of show your stuff on what's it called, on Notion. Other ways as well that I use Notion, which I think I can quickly show it. So because I'm a because I do UX research as well, I have things like I've done user interviews, and I want to display all of these. These are the highlights of the user interviews. Say I'm taking interview notes. I have the highlights of the interview notes. I'm sorry, it's coming up. Yeah. This user research repository, I think I can share. You have everything that you can do when it comes to user research. Yeah, I'm going to copy the link and share it out. When I'm trying to work on probably with stakeholders, and we're trying to build on hypotheses before we send things out, I have this kind of format that I'm working on. If I want to test do usability testing, I think I just worked on this. I worked on this week. I have this format as well to go. So to be honest, Notion is really expensive. You can use it for anything. I have lots of templates for Notion that I can't even start thinking about it. But yeah, it's a wrap. Let me stop sharing and get to our questions.
Thank you so much for this praise. It was really a great session. Like we said, really learned a lot. You know, we've already had class on this before. Oh, I still learned a lot more today. Thank you so much. So, guys, please, if you have any question for our speaker for today, please just drop it in the comment section. Please, let's drop a question. Yeah, what I want you to touch today, sorry, Praiz. I want you to touch like how to use domain name on Notion page.
Yeah, I forgot
Can you speak?
about that. Thank you for saying that. So what I did in my own case was to go to Namecheap, a domain name. So I had a .com before, but before I could like get back on my process, I don't know what happened. So what you need to do is to just get a domain name from Namecheap or from anywhere you can buy a domain name. Get that domain name, and then you take your tutorial link that we've done. Simply copy and paste. Go to your setup.
You're not seeing your
I
screen.
like Namecheap.
You're not seeing your screen.
Let me try and share, but I don't have. I may not be able to like go into detail of Namecheap, but this is Namecheap. So you say we're looking for Akim.com. I'm not sure it's there. For me, I've taken it. So for me, yeah, to be honest, whenever I'm doing this, yeah, because I don't have it's not yet my permanent site, I'll just go with the cheapest domain. So if Akim.com is taken, I mean, except you have maybe £1,000 to pay.
I'm sorry, I can't. Oh my gosh.
If you have any as a .com, that's fine. was that as well. So let me name it to something like
Okay, so some people dot design dot
yeah,
xyz dot
I use
stock.
XYZ. So you can see that the XYZ is just 72 cents. It's not even up to £1. That is less than 1,000 naira. So you can go ahead and purchase it. It's
That's
like
pretty cool.
£4 to £5. Yeah. So me, I use a .xyz. I was using a .com. Someone had taken up my name. So you can get a .xyz, and all you need to do is when you purchase it, we're not buying this one now, but say you've purchased it already, you get access to your C panel and everything. If you can't do it, you can talk to a developer that can easily help you to do it, but it's nothing quite difficult. The moment you have access to it, all you need to do is to take the link, this link of your portfolio, copy it, so it redirects. So anybody that comes to www.lagbaja.com, it will simply just redirect them here. But and the easy thing is that you long string or no short, you're just going to lagbaja.com. Somebody told me yesterday that he decided to use Bitly. That is bit.ly, I think. Yeah. So bit.ly, you can easily shorten the URL shortener. Yeah, you can use brt.fy and shorten the link, and it will just, and you would customize it to your name. I don't know if, I think Google has closed their own shortener. I can easily show you this.
Very way to, but it will still contain that bit.ly, right?
Yeah, but it's more, it's easier because imagine you just have bit.ly.lagbaja. It's shorter
Okay.
than having
I understand that.
fo.blah blah blah. So you may decide to use Bitly while you are waiting to purchase the domain name. Instead of using, I would not advise you to ever use the Notion string. I would not advise that. Try to get the domain name because that's why there is less than 1,000 naira. And you can use Bitly, which is completely free. So if you go on Bitly, you sign up, choose to create a link, paste the long link here, which I've done. And they are giving us this. Now I'm going to customize it to Lagbaja. Spell Lagbaja, and save. So if I'm going to paste this link here, anybody can go ahead to open it up. I'm very sure that it will be our let me stop sharing. If you can share and open it up, it will be our Notion page that will come up.
Yeah.
Yes, you can use lickman.com. Who said that? Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So thank you very much. Kabira, do you have any question for Praiz? If you have any question, just say hi so I can make you host so you can speak or drop a comment. Okay, cool. So I think I got a question from my own hand here. Is there, how do you make a Notion page, a Notion portfolio, or is it only portfolio we can do with Notion, or we
No,
can do other things with Notion?
you can do other things with Notion. That's what I was trying to show, like all the other things I have in mind. You can do a lot of other things with Notion. So Notion is not just restricted to your portfolio page. You can have tables in Notion. You can be able to create data in Notion. Anything that you want to do, you can actually do all of that in Notion. So it's not just portfolio. Now to let your portfolio stand out, I would say have like a minimum of four. In fact, I think four projects is enough for anybody to um, you have this. So very simple. Um, not too much, not too large. Um, the wording, be careful. You don't want to have so many text and then somebody's not even interested in looking at your page at all. Let there be a balance between um, your images and your text. Yeah, so make it a white space. Be a balance between your image and your text, and yeah, that's just it.
Okay, thank you so much for that.
So another thing I did not show, let me quickly share my screen and show you. This one also
Okay.
has templates as well. I am going to show you this. So this is a new page. If you come here, you will see templates. If you click on templates, Notion has these great templates. Like this is design right now. If you click on design, you will see a template on roadmap. You can pick that template and edit it. This is user research. This is the design tags. This is meeting notes. This is design system. If you look at this design system, it's looking like how we designed our individual case study for Notion. So whatever you are looking for, if you come to marketing, there are different things on Notion. Meeting notes, content calendar, I mean everything. Job applications, there's even a resume. I think I've used this resume for someone. Blog posts, there's everything that you need on Notion. Whatever department, engineering, whatever department that you are in, you can even browse more templates as well on Notion. So to be honest, the best way to use Notion and keep using it is to master it rather. It's like just keep using Notion. You would keep discovering things every day. Again, if you work with teams that use Notion, use Miro, and use all of these other tools, you would basically learn a lot from people. So, like, if you know someone who uses Notion a lot, you can speak to the person and maybe 1 hour, spend 1 hour with the person, and you see how the person is using Notion. You'll be surprised. Like, many of the things I also learned from Notion, I didn't learn it from discovering it for myself. I learned it from people as well. Like, I learned it a lot from people. So I learned it from working with teams. I learned one from working with Glade. So I learned it from a lot of people. So like no my point. Sometimes I even go learn Notion. Then the drag and drop thing that I was doing. I didn't know how to do it. I went to YouTube and typed. In fact, if I go to my YouTube now and I decide to type Notion, you would see a lot of tutorials on how to use Notion. You see people using Notion for different things. So even after this one, don't even just rely on me. Let me show you Notion for portfolio. You will see other people showing you how they publish their write their case studies. I think this one is going to be very interesting. It says build a design portfolio in 15 minutes with Notion. So I use YouTube a lot. I'm not going to lie. I use YouTube a lot. In fact, see this person is saying building a user experience portfolio for $30 plus free Notion templates. So maybe I don't know, maybe this guy is going to charge you at the end of the day to help you do it. But all of these are people using Notion themselves. So go to YouTube. I think my advice would be after this, go to YouTube, watch like 2 or 3 people use Notion to build their portfolio. Just type Notion portfolio. There is a lot to learn, honestly. Many of things I know
Yeah,
I learned from YouTube.
that's really great. Thank you so much for the time, Praiz.
All right.
So let's delve from this a little bit. can you just tell us more about what you do as on your podcast, Praise? 10 minutes of UX with Praise.
Oh yeah, I forgot to introduce that. So 10 minutes of VX with Praiz. With PraizUX, the 10 minutes of PraizUX. Um, Basically, all I just do is talk about anything design for 10 minutes. That's all I do. In previous times, yeah, in the previous episode, I've been talking more about job hunting, searching for a job and stuff like that because I knew that it was ending of the year, it was beginning of the year. People who want to get new jobs, get the skills on new job. So speaking of that, I just even remembered my sister shared something with me that I can share with you guys. Twitter.com. So it's
That's
author.com.
cool.
It's something that I don't know, but let me quickly talk about it here. So you're able to search for jobs in London specifically. Now, if you apply and the person,
Wow.
the your employers they have the
Please,
license. Can you hear me?
wait. You have this and you never send me it
I'm just
since.
saying that my
Hmm.
sister showed it to me today. She has been talking about it, but I was never interested. I just got interested this
Okay.
afternoon, and I'm sharing it now. So do not blame me. So basically, they have
Okay.
if you go through it, you'll be able to. Employer is willing to sponsor you. See that they have the license. So I talk about things like that. I talk about everything design on the PraizUX, 10 minutes of PraizUX, 10 minutes of UX rather, 10 minutes of UX to PraizUX.
So for easy access, can you please send the link to your
Wow.
podcast to want
All
to access it?
right.
Yeah.
I will have it open here. Let me see.
Well, I really love this anchor rebranding.
So it's because of you that I need the anchor rebranded. I never knew the anchor had rebranded. Yeah, so you can get it from Anchor, and I think when you click on it, Anchor would give you other links, yeah, available on this other
Yeah.
platform. So you can get it on podcast
Thank
as well,
you.
and all of the Apple Podcast and the rest, yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, everyone. Let me check the time. This is 33. We have 3 more minutes. So if there's no question, we'll be ending the session. And please, if you are just joining the WhatsApp platform, kindly introduce yourself when you joined. Thanks so much, everyone. And thanks to you, Chris.
No, no problem. You're welcome.
Yeah. So let me just up the record. We are done for today. So in case of no question, so we can just
Um,
just, man.